I'm PJ Steve, and I'm here with Silent Twin live on the Metal for Metal Network. We're live on Facebook, and of course, we're here on our YouTube channel. We're really excited to finally have you guys on. It's been a little while since I've seen you guys, right?
Yeah.
It's been a little while. And it's been so long that you have a new name, right?
True. Whoa.
That is very true. He didn't even know that they had a new name.
First day.
First day, yeah. So I want to get right into it. Let's talk a little bit about the new name. You guys were Hubris, right?
Correct.
Yes. Now you are Silent Twin. Great name. I love it. So where'd that come from? Let's talk about it a little bit.
Well, let me get into why we did it, why we rebranded.
Please.
There's a couple of other Hubrises out there. There's one in the Northeast, Oklahoma, one in Europe, and there's a couple more, and it just is confusing to have the same brand or the same name as another band. You know, that's why you have these bands with crazy names, like even Motorhead or something like that. It's unique. It's super unique.
Yeah.
So I'll stop there.
Well, I mean, like literally, if you go on Spotify, if you go on Spotify, look for Hubris, click on the one Hubris entry. There's at least 4 different bands.
Yeah, there is. It took me a while to find it. I had to look up your EP, Wicked Creatures.
Yeah,
that's how I found it.
The only way to
that
find
actually
us
works.
Yeah.
If you type in Wicked Creatures, that's the first thing that pops up.
Yeah.
But Hubris, you got to sift through like.
Especially frustrated because it's like it seems like it's like there's so many other people that's like, oh wait, like are we wasting our time?
Because you don't want to be lumped in. Like you are your own product. You have your own product. You're your own identity. You don't want to be lumped in with a metal band from Norway and an indie band from Oklahoma. Like you want to be your own thing. You know, it's just like it kind of gets frustrating when you spend so much time and so much effort into making your own product, and then you find out that there's 6 other bands out there that have the same
Jabronis out there.
Bunch of jabronis.
Run in on.
These jabronis.
So where did the name Silent Twin come from?
I mean, we kicked about a we kicked, no
we kicked-
that
we kicked a bunch of
text
raps.
message got group messages.
It got
like
extremely
remove
annoying.
yourself from group messages. Because
Just do it now.
Just do it. No, because
Delete.
it gets too ugly and it gets too dense too quick.
Oh, yeah.
Who said Silent Twin first?
I think that was you.
It might have been.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah, not to be that guy, but yeah, it was. Definitely me.
I will take credit for it if it was me.
Can we make what was
Silent Twin.
I'm like,
Silent Twin.
What were you doing? What
It was
prompted you?
actually like I was reading a Cracked article. You familiar with Cracked?
Of
online,
course,
something
yeah.
like that. It was an article about just random weird stuff, like most of their articles are. And it was about these twins who wound up, I guess, growing up. They didn't really talk to people, but they talked to each other, and they developed like a patois, like a kind of a language that only the two of them understood.
Yeah.
And of course, they wound up. What did they do? Will they wound up?
No, they were
serial arson,
serial arson,
institutionalized, and basically they said to each other that one of us will have to go before either of us can be free from this bond that we have. And one of them decided that she was going to be the one to go, and she went into a coma, and basically her heart exploded.
That's fucking metal.
They don't know why.
Whoa.
And as soon as she was gone, the other sister said, "You know, I'm free." And
But she
lived
died- she
her
died-
life
she-
relatively normally
Yeah.
throughout the rest of her life.
Yeah, she died like a long time afterwards. I
Yeah.
thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
The first one.
That's
yeah.
great.
Right?
So of course you're reading that and you were like, "Where's my group message?"
No, I was at work and like I looked down at my phone. I took like a 10-minute break. I looked down at my phone. I had like 38 text messages. And I was just like, oh my.
No, yeah, this group message stuff.
It's bad
Like,
news.
no.
It's bad news.
Especially
Like,
when
you
get
can
the
take
gifts
yourself out
going,
of group
it's like-
message always.
Are you
Like,
guys
just-
happy with the name?
Yeah.
I'm good with
I
it.
think so. Yeah.
I think it does work for you.
And the cool thing is, it's the only Silent Twin on Spotify, the only Silent Twin on iTunes, the only Silent Twin, virtually anywhere in like music
Which
streaming
surprised me.
platform.
You
the
think
hardest
you
part
think
about
it's it.
finding a band name, even like the weirdest, most obscure name you could come up with.
Somebody
9
else
times out
already
of 10
thought.
it's already been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like the
damnedest.
laundry detergent rapist is just like, that's already
Well,
been.
yeah,
Not on
like,
Spotify,
really,
they at
like-
least have some kind of a band camp or something like that. From
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tulsa or
exactly.
something. Yeah.
Well, guys, I want to talk a little bit about. I'm going to have to get used to calling you Silent Twin now, but I want to talk
Same.
about the cast of Silent Twin. How did you guys get together as a band? Like, where did that all come from? Because I tell you what, I was talking with Will earlier, and I don't know how you guys see yourself, but I see you guys as a more modern and very much more talented indie rock band. That's how I see you guys. Is that how you guys would see you guys? Is that what you wanted to be when you first got together?
Thank you for the compliment.
comment.
Well, I agree. I mean, that's what it is. You guys are unique. There's no
I
one
have
else
no
like
idea.
you.
I don't know.
I mean-
we definitely made it like so that we. I think it just shoot. I'm the newest one in here.
True.
So
So
like,
if you want to reel all the way back, you
Like,
gotta
if
go
you
back.
wanna-
You gotta
if
go
you
back.
gotta take a whole-
There's
yeah,
no time
like,
when
you
we
wanna
walk
walk the
the
road. You wanna
7
walk the road?
years, something like 8.
Well, if
eight.
you really want to go back,
Walk the road, but do it nice.
we started using the Hubris name, me and Rhett, essentially, just doing like shoots. That was like 5-6 years ago, I guess. Just
Yes.
recording in our foyer when we lived together downtown. Just like acoustic stuff and bare bones. Like
one-
we played one show.
One overhead mic, like for the drums, like one overhead mic, and
Yeah.
like he just went like direct
Just a
in, and it was
4-track.
a 4-track like piece of it
You
was
were on
horrible.
And so
You weren't around for that?
that didn't really
No, I
go
only
anywhere.
have 2 years.
We had the one show, and our third member that we were supposed to have didn't really work out, so that kind of fizzled. But then Will came down. What was that? 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Something
2
Well,
years
we
ago.
got my best friend went to school with Dave at Clemson, and we all wrote songs together. And it kind of we all just started trading songs back and forth, and
Yeah.
trying to one up each other essentially. And I mean, eventually we sort of like realized that we weren't terrible at it.
That's where a lot of the best stuff came from. Like the first EP, Wicked Creatures, which we released in March.
Which I love.
It's great.
I mean, I am
Yeah.
a fan. I'm not blowing smoke. I'm
No,
a fan.
it's great, but
So much smoke in here.
the cool thing is like when we started, playing that album, and we were playing songs from years before. Like, I mean, some of those songs are from like 5 years ago. Like those were not. We didn't write those songs for the album. Like,
Yeah, you just kinda had
like those were
songs.
like old songs.
Sometimes that's how the best
it was-
albums start.
Yeah, and that was really credit to Will and Dave and their friend Kevin. They went to school together. They were all writing the songs back and forth. And it was.
Competition is a good thing. Sometimes.
So when did you recruit Penny?
Oh, this.
This asshole here.
Yeah, that's a funny story.
Okay. Yeah. Speaking of Kevin, the guy that Will mentioned, my buddy from Clemson, how we know each other. But our old guitarist, our original guitarist for like the Reformed Hubris.
First year.
Right. He was touring with us there for a while, and it
Touring?
was probably maybe both. It was probably 2 weeks before we were going to go up to record, and we set this date like months
To record
before.
Wicked Creatures?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And he's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it because I'm playing some cover shows," and it's like, that's cool. And
You
to be
suck.
fair, the dude plays covers around a lot. It's part of his income.
Yeah, that's what
But
it
it's
is.
like we told you 2 months ago, man.
I hate you so much.
So
I was the guy that when it was me and Dave, and then Will came down, and we're like, shoot, we need another guitar player. I was like, I know just the guy, and that's my friend who we were in a cover band together. That's
Yeah.
Keith was the dude, and he was great.
He's getting Mitch.
He was
Shut
great.
up.
He was great. He was great. But that's how I brought Keith in. So like Hubris became Hubris in October of 2015.
Okay.
And Will came down, and me and Dave were already doing stuff, and I was like, oh, I know a guy, so I brought Keith in. It was great, and then we set the month in like September or like October to record in January, and it was like a couple weeks before, and Keith was like, oh, I got a few cover gigs to play, and I was just
So-
like,
So you guys were like,
we were left without a guitarist. at
No,
that
well,
point.
y'all
On the
recorded.
albums,
Y'all
yeah.
were like left in the lurch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we didn't
when,
have,
when it was time
we
to
didn't
be
have
in
any
the
backups
studio.
in mind right then. So we actually, for the purpose of that EP, we were able to get Kevin, the guy who we used to trade songs with. We got him down from Raleigh just for the weekend to like do something.
dude, just play something.
Right.
it's like,
Yeah, it's like please.
He's a
I
great
can't- I
guitar
can't do
player.
this.
That's good.
He was able to improvise and put some stuff over it, and we were super lucky. But then I believe you again brought us Jake, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so what happened there? Yeah, well, what happened there?
me and Jake,
We used to work together.
we worked at Trader Joe's
They used to work
together.
the streets together.
Yeah, the docks.
and the streets, and the docks,
Yeah.
and the corners,
Anything for
and,
$1.
You know,
Yeah, man.
under the bridge. And
I put you on the street, suck a dip for quarters. You understand?
No, straight up.
Can I take a drink to that?
So you found him, and you were.
Well, I mean, I'd known him now for it'd been almost
It had been like
almost
it had been some time.
almost 3 years I'd known him, and I just kind of like we were like so we recorded the album, and we kind of had February to like find a guitar player, because once March 1st, like we released the album like March 3rd or March 4th.
Seriously?
And it, either way, we were in the studio in the middle of January without a guitar player, so we kind of had to find someone within the next 6 weeks, because our March itinerary was like this long. We had like gig, rehearsal.
So you needed someone.
Yeah, we needed someone good, and we needed someone now. And like I just reached out to him on Facebook. I was like, hey man, haven't talked to you in a few months, but like we need someone, and I heard you once and I liked it, so please do this, please.
Can you even play? I don't even know.
I'm a
right? I mean, Catfish.
Felt that way.
It turned out great.
I think it turned out great. You guys have really great chemistry. Even, and how long have you guys been together with this group here?
A year.
Yeah, a year.
Not even a year.
Because you guys are fucking.
No, because it's been since like basically early February.
Yeah, I mean,
because like I told you I was going to sell all my stuff.
Yeah, I was like,
I was
please
selling.
let her
I
band.
was going to sell
And he was
everything
like,
I
no.
owned. Like, because
I'm
I was
And then
like,
you
I
were
needed
like,
money.
no, I mean, so that's your pedal and all that. I mean, you do awesome work, man. You got a hell of a stage presence too. It's your goofy, it's your goofy aroma. That's what it is. I love it.
Goofy aroma.
And that's the cool
That's
thing
a
is
song.
like, you know, our first guy Keith was a fantastic player, but you know, kind of, you know, bands feed off of each other
Sure.
as far as person to person stage presence and stuff. And Keith would just kind of, you know, he just, you know, stood there and played his guitar, and it was great, but it was just kind of like not enough, like, ooh, we're a live band, like, bah, balls deep, like,
He
you
was-
know, but
he-
yeah.
He was
Okay, Howard Dean.
Keith was John Mayer. This is Jimi Hendrix.
That's a wow.
Whoa!
That's gonna go. That's gonna go in his fucking head.
No, straight up. No, like I honestly, like the thing was I came in, like Rhett asked me to come in, and he said he sent me the links for y'all's songs, like sent me the link for everything, and said listen to them, learn them.
And see what you think. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I had about a week before we like got together. And so I transcribed everything and was just kind of like, all right, that's how it works. That it works.
Yeah.
And I had a notepad,
This song?
yeah. Like a legal pad, like, and I was like literally flipping pages, like I was
So
like,
you were really
He did
working at it.
homework.
That's
He did.
awesome.
He did homework.
That's awesome,
Like,
yeah.
it paid
well, I
off.
didn't want to play
Paid
the
off
same.
for
I didn't want to play the same thing that he played, and like that's kind of become like I know. Well, when we recorded like the EP, right?
Yeah.
Like or like the later stuff has gotten like it's funny because like I think you know like how I play a little bit, and like
At this
I know how.
That's why I hope so.
Yeah. Like no, like, and but it's like I don't know. You always match up really well with me.
Well, that's what I was saying.
that.
Like you guys have terrific chemistry. I love it. I do want to talk about. Do want to talk about something about the EP. Who came up with the song? Who wrote the song "Mechanical Ghost"?
That was me.
That is awesome. I fucking love that song. We, you know, Lauren and I were just talking today, like how unique your voice is. You know, it is really good. You know, and we love it. It's something. It's almost, and this is weird, but it's like it sounds familiar, but we can't place it. But it's unique in its own way. It's weird. It's a weird thing. But we were talking about it for like 30 minutes. You know, and we were just like, it was weird because we have really exciting lives. So you know, that's what we do.
What were those two? He gets two artists, like a mashup of two artists frequently. It's it's Bowie and
Bowie?
Well, you just called him Hendrix, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
No, well, no, and I'm not like
Is it,
I ain't that good.
it's Neil Young and Bowie? Was that what the two?
No.
Like,
Oh, I can hear some Neil Young.
I always
Maybe.
I can hear some Young.
When I first started, I always was like, "You have a Billy Corgan thing." going.
I've heard that.
Oh yeah, that's
I've heard
I can
the
hear
Weaker
that.
Than,
too.
I've heard the Weaker Thans. I've heard
That has to be good
what was,
though.
God, there's some girl
Basically-
came after a show. I forget the name. Placebo.
Oh, Placebo. Yeah, that's a thing.
I've
That's a
gotten that
thing.
before. I don't know.
So I want to talk to you guys about the new EP that's coming out. You guys are dropping a new EP coming up here pretty soon, right?
December 1st.
Yeah,
December
a little bit,
1st.
a little bit.
You guys excited?
A little bit.
Very, very,
Super
very
excited.
excited.
Yeah. What's this one called? Tell me a little bit about it.
It's called Ready or Not.
Ready or Not.
Ready or not?
Ready or Not.
Okay.
And
EP, LP, EP, right?
EP.
Did I say that?
EP,
Did I
but
say
we
that?
got work only. We still got work
We
on.
went up
we
to,
did like lay in the bunk.
We
Yeah,
went up
where'd you guys record?
We went up to the Jam Room, which is who we worked with last time.
That's
And-
where Hellbop is right now.
Nice.
Yeah,
Soda City, with Soda
shout
City
out to
Riot. Yeah.
Hellbop.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I did. So sorry.
That's
Moving on.
You've been exposed,
So
Hellbop.
P, they're so rude.
So we were at the Jam Room last year, or this year actually. This is our second EP in a year, so
Yeah.
it hasn't been a year. And we work with the owner, who isn't the only engineer there, Jay Matheson, and he's treated our buddies
Jay's
so
a
well.
dog. Jay's
He's treated them so well.
Does he own the Jam Room?
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
owner.
I had
Yeah,
no
he's
idea.
so much.
He's owned it
just
for
so much.
27,
like Jay,
27,
like I'm
28
just like
years.
kind of
Oh,
don't.
shit.
I didn't know until I knew.
He won't let you. He won't let you waste time, and he won't let you fuck around. And he will stop you if you start. He will just look at you and he'll be like, "Hey guys, we got to get this done."
Yeah.
And that's it.
Losing Daylight. I had a theater director like
he's
that.
on. He's on.
She's probably not watching, but her name is Miss Keeber, and her father would talk like this, and he was like, "We're wasting daylight." Like, it was awesome. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys individually about your influences with the band. So, Dave, why'd you start picking up the guitar? What made you want to be the front man?
Yikes.
Not just of this band, but just in music in general.
Right,
What are
going
a
back
lot of
to-
what about your writing influences?
Writing influences, it really depends. With me in general, as far as the band's concerned, I was kind of going for, I guess, like a kind of a bomb mold, like Who's Purdue type, or maybe Sugar a little more so. I don't know, somewhere between that and who did we used to say?
Replacements.
Oh, Replacements.
Replacements.
we
love
compared to
the
them a lot.
Replacements.
Though.
And his earliest, well, I'm not
But
gonna.
that might just be because of how
What?
much we drink.
That was a Drive-By Truckers thing, Gold Rush, all those early.
Oh,
Love
yeah,
Gold
tunes.
Rush.
Love
Gold
like
Rush.
country tinged
That's one of my
songs.
favorites.
We can't help
It's a good
ourselves.
song.
We
You
can't help
You guys
ourselves.
don't play that one live a lot, do you?
I
Not
suggested we
anymore.
played
It's
it
been a
Royal
while.
American, but
we're whip it
we're
up.
not going to.
We'll be
That
whipping
show
it up.
hasn't happened yet. Like things can change.
Yeah. What if I get drunk and write Gold Rush on my tits? And,
I mean, we haven't.
You want to get it? You want to get it?
We
Well, I'll sign
haven't
it
rehearsed
for
it.
you.
We haven't practiced it because we had practiced before this show. We did not practice Gold Rush, but we could probably just
We
plug
might
it
whip
in
it out
real
at the
quick.
EP release. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got time.
Can we please?
Yeah, we got time.
Can we please actually like run through it one
Yeah,
A lot
time?
of people actually like that one.
You know, I got
Dude,
Love
that's like-
Ram. in
That's
there.
On man.
Hey, it is
tough.
cool. I mean,
It's tough.
McKenna Ghost is my favorite song, and I do like Gold Rush too. Gold Rush comes right before McKenna Ghost on the EP, right?
Does it?
I think it does.
I haven't
I believe you're right.
It does.
So you a lot of your influences come from the Replacements
A real
and
fan.
a lot of indie
like
rock
80s
bands.
My
college
man.
rock, indie rock.
My
stuff
dog.
like
Oh,
that.
okay. Hendrix. Where
Run on, talk to Rhett first.
Red, drumming. Did you
Send
always
us.
want to be a drummer? Were you always drumming, or?
Yeah, I was. I started in 4th grade. I
Your
did like
parents love that.
Oh, they were thrilled. They were thrilled. Yeah, they wanted me to play flute or something. I don't know, but I'm just kidding.
I was just gonna say, didn't you play the flute? Yeah.
It's a great instrument.
It's not bad.
It is.
Don't just tell
It's useful. It's
Well,
useful.
who are some of your favorite drummers? Kind of inspire you to keep on going up there.
So I mean, when I was in, I guess, was 4th grade? Is that elementary school? Or is that
Yeah,
middle?
That
that's
is.
elementary school.
Rhett, are you
Smack in
serious?
the
So
middle.
yeah, so I started like 4th, 5th grade. I did like the whole concert band thing.
Sure.
5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And then I did high school band. I did the whole drumline thing, and then
Sure.
I.
Nick
influences-
Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon, huge influence. I started like when I was in high school. I started to like really experiment with like drum set stuff and different like elements of like the percussion ensemble and stuff. I listened to
Sure.
a lot of Khalid and Cambria.
Yeah.
You ever
Hell
listen to
yeah.
them?
Hell yeah.
I had a lot of friends who kind of introduced me. Like I didn't find like metal and like hardcore stuff like on my own. I had a bunch of like different like styles of friends that would like introduce me to. There was a bagger at a grocery store that was a friend of mine, a friend of my sister's, and he was like, "Hey, dude, check out Between the Buried and Me." And I was like,
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
went.
"Oh, okay, cool."
Love them.
Yeah, and then it was just uphill from there basically. Like those guys are
They're killer.
Yeah,
I was just talking to
they're
Steven from the Tin Roof last night.
Oh, he's a huge
Bear.
fan.
Yeah, they're fantastic, dude. They are really good.
Yeah.
So
North Carolina,
like a lot, huh?
North Carolina.
Hell yeah. So you gotta appreciate as a drummer, you got to appreciate, man, like the metal and the hardcore scene, man, because those calf muscles have got to be ridiculous.
and that's
right?
and that's the thing with like when, I spent I spent like 3, 4, 5 years like doing like drumline stuff. So like it's all about precision, like being very exact, very precise. And then like I started also having different friends kind of show me like jazz stuff. Like,
Sure.
I got introduced to Charlie Parker and Miles Davis and
Love Miles Davis.
yeah, man. And a new dude I've been listening to, Corey Henry.
Okay.
He's fantastic.
Not a fan. No, I'm not a fan. I'm not familiar. But
Yeah. But just kind of,
Not
I really been
That's
like,
all I understand.
I've kind of just been like reaching for the past 10, 12 years. I've just kind of been like, oh, I like really shitty lo-fi indie stuff. Cool. Like I like jazz. It's like 220 beats per minute. Great. Like I love metal. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. Like like something that's like interesting. Like I don't care what like if it's bluegrass, if it's like, I mean, I like some Zach Brown stuff, and like that's really radio, stupid stuff. But I mean, some of it's good. We were listening to that on the way over here.
So what kind of you talk about precision in drumming. One of the best drummers I think in the world was one of the sloppiest, and that's Keith Moon from the Who.
Okay.
Oh, it was great.
He was
what made
never
it-
precise, and he was fantastic.
Well, he had
the
one
stage
of those,
presence, the talent.
Yeah.
I mean, he was amazing.
He had one of those kind of once in 100 years type of percussionist minds.
Agreed. Yeah.
Where like they'll be. I'm sure they were in rehearsal, and they're like, hey, check out this riff, bam, 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 and he's just like, ooh, well, instead of playing along with you, let me just like totally
He does that
be
too.
like bonkers,
I mean, if you look up the not look up, but if you listen to the drum beats to Substitute, it doesn't go with any of the guitar playing at
Yeah.
all. I mean, it's just a great piece of music.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of it.
And to get to the fundamental part of it, like my dad grew me up on Beatles and Zeppelin.
No!
So
He's a fan.
Ringo and Bonham are just like the staples.
Bonham
it's like the stuff that
is
your
killer.
dad listened to, and it's just
Yeah.
like, oh great. But
Bonzo, man, one of the cool. Moby Dick's probably my favorite song off Zeppelin too, and it's all just a big drum solo, but it's so fucking good.
it's pretty cool.
Have you heard the live version on, what is it, the West?
How the
How the West one, yeah.
So long.
It's so long.
It is fucking long.
It's
So
really good.
Well, I mean, they used to do like 28-minute version of No Quarter and shit.
Oh
When that was outrage, that
Yeah.
was a time.
That was
then,
awesome.
They had
this
some
is
hits.
now.
They had some hits.
Well, I'm
And
dying to get to Will. Talk to me a little bit
I
about
was
your.
about to say, that's getting into fish territory.
Yeah, you're.
Oh,
you're,
perfect. Perfect transition.
Dave, take
your
it out the shot.
your bass style, man. Where'd you get it from? I know you're a big metal guy, like
Bass
I am.
style.
You know?
Well, see, yeah, but that's the thing about metal, and not to trash metal for this, but I grew up.
You know the show from metal. No, go ahead.
Wait.
I'm messing with you. Okay.
I grew up listening to heavy metal.
Right.
And a lot of modern metal, the bass, it's hard to find a good metal bass player because it mostly
Agreed.
just follows the guitar. But you have your great metal bass players like Steve Harris, who is a huge influence.
God.
Huge influence.
Lemmy.
Lemmy,
Yeah.
of course, if just for the attitude.
Yeah.
Just for the absolute, and I've been strumming a lot recently.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that he did a lot of. But the first one, before I got into heavier stuff, because I grew up on, Christian music, basically.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to listen to secular music. And my first secular record was Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory, which I still enjoy to this day.
Oh, that was a dope.
My
ride.
second
That was a
one
dope one.
was Sum
Actually not
41's
bad.
Fat Lip.
Ooh.
Great album.
Okay, all
And
right,
not
all right.
bad.
Metal mixed with the pop punk.
Yeah, really good stuff. Really good
playing
stuff.
out.
Their,
You
their old
showing
stuff
out.
is good. But when I really got into more dense music, Zeppelin.
Yeah.
John Paul Jones.
John
on the
Paul
bass.
Jones, my
Oh,
favorite
dude.
member of Zeppelin, dude. Who I think.
Same.
Yeah, for real.
As a
right?
drummer, but like
Right?
he was fucking nuts. He was out of his mind.
That's the
I
reason
like
my
Zeppelin.
first
Dude.
bass was a jazz bass. That's
Yeah.
what he played. I wanted to
Most
be
definitely.
just like him, you know. And then after that,
John Paul Jones is amazing.
as far as bass goes, the metal was there. And the hard stuff was there, and we play, pretty straightforward.
Sure.
It's rock, but it's not like there's not like any walking bass like that. Doom 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 boom ba doom. We
Yeah.
don't play that.
No,
We
you
play-
but you do some
we play
stuff, though.
straightforward.
Yeah,
So, some Dee Ramone
yeah, most
from
definitely.
the Ramones. He never played anything special, and then a lot of great metal bass players. They follow the guitar part, and it ends up creating this wall of sound. It's like just pounding.
That's how I
riff.
feel about Tom Araya from Slayer.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
follows the guitar, but it's in a different way where he really sticks out a little bit. I feel the same way about David Ellison from Megadeth as well.
And Ellison is one of I would put him up there with Steve Harris. He's actually one of the great metal. bass
And he's a great.
It just expands the sound.
because he plays bass lines.
yeah, and he's a
As
killer.
opposed to-
He's a.
And it's not the same. It's
Yeah.
not just doubling everything.
Oh no,
else.
yeah, and he's a pick
which is
player,
nice.
you know, and a lot of
really
people, a lot of people are like, "Well, you play with your fingers," you know. But he's a great pick player, which is what Matt Bryson from Boker Law was mentioning. You know, David Ellison's a huge influence to him.
Right.
Yeah.
He actually won a bass guitar award from him.
Bass guitar
And like,
award.
I swear, yeah, watch the interview. There was something
Yeah.
about the interview. Like he won from David Ellison. Like gave him awarded him something off like Bass Player Magazine or something like that. When you see him, like ask him that fucking.
We gotta ask.
But ask him that fucking.
You better ask.
But all right, now Henry, I cannot.
No, I don't even want to.
I can't skip over. Just
Gang,
tell what
you're
are
the
some,
last one.
It's the time.
now. What are some guitars
The
that
time
you?
is
that-
now.
Okay, I grew up like as a kid. Like like my parents were divorced.
You grew up
and
as a
what?
kid?
You
I
grew
was
up as a
just
kid.
gonna say-
I grew up as a kid.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it? Like I've never seen it that way.
adult.
Like I'm not sure. But like, did you grow up as a kid? 'Cause, like,
I'm still a kid.
with you.
So
you,
what?
with you.
What are some bands that we
Shoot, like oh my god, like okay, so like I have my mama, right? Like I have my mama, and like she was like love the Beatles to death, and like straight up like, but I go to my dad's house and like he like Rolling Stones, like, Give Me Shelter. I saw that shit bang out the I saw it bang out the speakers. And
See,
like,
yeah, I prefer Stones over the Beatles myself.
I don't
To be
really.
honest.
I never know. There's an element.
I knew I was gonna get shit,
But like no, and like and honestly, like at some point, my pops was like, "Hey, look," when I was like 13, like he went, "Hey, have you ever played a guitar before?" Hell no, not at all. Like I didn't even really understand that if you pressed on the frets, it made a different note. No, I'm just telling you. So I didn't get that.
people.
I know for real. I didn't get that. Like he was like, so what'd you learn? Like he gave it to me one day, and I was like, all open string, and he was like, that's really weak. But like he wasn't any good himself, and he used to always say to me, he'd be like, well, he's like, well, you're getting better, but you ain't as good as me. And I remember the day that he was like, you're better than me now. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Wow,
And so
that's
like
pretty cool, man. That's really killer.
like and so like but like it was the same type of stuff. Like yeah, like I love Hendrix. Like just straight up. Like I think I do like I think he's a great guitar player. I really do. And like it's not. I don't think it's just that. Like I've heard different stuff, and I've always been like, you did have more like versatility than maybe you showcased.
Yeah.
Love Led Zeppelin, like God Almighty. Like,
yeah, Jimmy
my
Page,
mama, oh my God, like
songs,
no,
yeah.
I like she wouldn't let me play her albums. But like I would do it because like she would have like a day, like it'd be like a teacher work day, and like so kids be home, but she had to go, and like yeah, so I would grab, like because I always thought Led Zeppelin 4 was the weirdest cover.
Oh yeah.
It was so strange.
Because a lot of people thought it was just like a house or whatever, but
Right.
wasn't it just a picture with the?
It was like a picture dude with sticks,
dude with
and then
sticks.
the back, like it was like
Yeah.
a fucking like apartment complex kind of deal. I don't know what the deal.
You know they
was.
recorded. What's the song?
Alistair Crowley's mansion? Is that what you're talking about?
It was
gonna
not
say-
Alistair Crowley.
No,
That's where they were.
Yeah, it's where it was. But
No, you're talking about Headley.
They when the levee breaks, they recorded the drums in a hallway.
And then yeah.
It was just in a shitty hallway.
And you can hear
And I
it.
love. Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing.
yeah.
The most sampled drum part of all time.
Ever. Actually,
Yeah.
tons of rap artists have used that. Beat,
Oh hell
like,
yeah,
for real.
Yeah, of course they have.
And like I don't know. I mean I guess the thing would be like the story would be there. It was like I wanted to sell everything I had, and like you and I used to work together, and like I wanted to sell everything I had.
So are you glad now that you didn't?
He still talks about stuff.
Well, guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about the music scene as a whole. What do you guys think of the Charleston music scene right now? Like a lot of people say that through the 80s and the 90s it was booming, and then in the early 2000s it was not.
I'm not sure it's ever been booming.
Apparently in the 80s and 90s it was
Yeah,
killer.
I've heard a lot about
mid 80s. So what
and
do you guys?
especially like metal and the heavier stuff was big.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what do you guys think of now? Are you guys comfortable in being? Because it's mostly a punk scene down here. Let's get real. Are you guys comfortable in being in that punk scene? Or?
Especially with the North Charleston, like Park Circle area type bands.
That's
It's very
easy.
much a punk scene, to a large degree.
In Somerville, even out.
Right, true.
Yeah.
And that is...
Somerville.
it's there are a lot of good bands that play out. Like I love going out and watching the bands that we play
It
with,
is.
just playing at the local venues. But it is a little. It's kind of weird for us having to work in that scene to a large
Right,
degree.
I agree because you guys are.
We're not a punk
At the end of the day, you're not a
Like,
punk
we're not,
band,
yeah.
and I can get that, and that's fine. Do you guys have? Do you guys? I guess do you wish that you were at another spot where there was more? I'm not saying that this spot is not great for you guys because obviously it is.
Right.
You got on the greatest
I'll-
podcast here in Charleston.
Of course.
but seriously, would you,
I'll answer that.
okay.
Because I'm not from here, and I can tell you that you have different scenes in different places, but I wouldn't choose anywhere else currently to be anywhere else rather than here because it's just Charleston is just a huge place. There's so many people coming here every day, but it's not too big.
Agreed.
About
True.
about 50 to 60 people come to this city a day. Now you go up to like Charlotte or something like that,
Way more.
and there's about 150 people a day that come. So that's
Oh yeah,
rapid.
we were just there.
Charleston is expanding, but it's just the watching people throw money around and throw it into restaurants, throw it into, hey, we just got a new sound system, we want some bands to come play. Where I'm from in the upstate Greenville area, that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So to see the scene being nurtured and there's money being invested into
Agreed.
it,
Yeah.
it's a really
it's
cool
a great
thing.
thing, but I'm not entirely sure because the thing is like the truth is like it's like North Carolina, like you cited Charlotte, like that, like North Carolina seems to be a lot more friendlier to music in general.
Well, I think it has a more variety.
I just don't
Yeah.
think you see the amount of
Yeah.
good
There's a lot
original
more-
bands that come out of
No,
Charleston.
no,
yeah,
there is
exactly.
Out of
I think-
Charlotte. I think that there's a
I think
ton
Charleston
of
like
great
doesn't.
bands.
We lack a bit, like, or at least we lack in terms of visibility. In
Did I
terms
call
of
him
that.
Hendrix earlier? I'm going to take that back.
No, I see what you're saying. It's like not a lot of
I've
people
never been a
see.
guitar player either.
Not a lot of people see the talent that comes out of Charleston.
Right.
And I can agree with that because Charleston has a shit ton of awesome bands. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's
A surprising
killer.
amount, like-
But and actually, I want to get into that. What do you guys? First of all, what's your favorite venue to play at?
Ooh,
If
that's
you could
fine.
pick-
Oh wait,
if you could-
you go first.
if you could pick
You
one.
go first.
Well, it's about to be the
5
Royal-
seconds.
Yeah, it's about to be the Royal American because they are there this Tuesday.
Well,
You guys are playing stuff from the new EP,
Yeah,
right?
The whole-
Yeah,
the whole-
we're
You're playing the
Probably
whole
going
thing.
to,
Well,
yeah.
we're not paying well.
Not the entire one.
Almost
You're
the
playing-
entire
look,
one,
and you're playing Mechanical Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Hey,
Don't run
might be
Mechanical
now.
Ghost.
hey, whatever's written on your chest,
Yeah.
you quit.
Don't tell me that. Or Raining Blood. So, favorite venue, right off the top of your head?
Oh, I'm going to say.
Come on, Brett. Where are you at on that?
Start on that side.
Play
Start on that
I
side.
like the Sparrow.
What do you got?
Sparrow is great. Rhett?
Honestly, recently I've really liked the Purple Buffalo.
Yeah, that was a good
Ooh,
one.
they
the new
up-
sound system there?
Oh,
Yeah,
point,
that's
yeah.
exactly
like,
what I was
for
going to
real,
say.
like,
They
it's
updated.
on,
They
it's
updated
on.
their sound system. They got a whole big board. They got
Yeah.
new speakers, new subs,
It's
like
real.
new everything,
It's
nice.
and they got somebody
A
back there.
soundboard and a sound
Yeah,
guy?
yeah, they got
Like-
somebody back there working
So,
for
what?
it.
Is
So
this
it's-
is this since I saw you guys when you guys were with Alert the Media?
yes.
So they
Wait,
changed
no,
it.
no,
They
no.
changed it since.
Wait, they had it.
No, wait, no,
they had it
because
then.
we were.
They did. They did
other
have it
groups that
then.
night.
I don't remember a lot from that show. I was destroyed,
Fair enough.
dude. Because
Because I thought they had
like,
different. I thought we had different groups that we were with that night.
It was Alert the Media and Energy that night.
They
that
had
the
the
one?
sound system.
I think so.
They had
They
the sound-
did. They did.
No, this was like
Okay.
a month and a half ago.
Okay,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
recent. Yeah.
Purple Buffalo is super cool, and Dan Dickey's doing a lot of good stuff down there. But I think that the Sparrow, the bands that they get in there, they have some bigger bands.
Nice
I
stage.
got to see Agent Orange.
stage, yeah.
They have a big stage,
So
you don't
that
have
was
to,
that was
Yeah.
huge for me.
Yeah. They're Agent Orange coming to the Tin Roof.
And Agent Orange.
You ain't
and the
mean
Tin
no one
Roof.
saying next.
The Tin Roof is another honorable mention. For my favorite
They are
stage.
really great. They just had their 10th anniversary, so
They did,
all
yeah.
ups to you guys at the Tin Roof. That was a fantastic. That was a fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you heard about the Sparrow. Narcotic Wasteland is coming.
Yeah, Bo Corlal is opening
Vocal
up.
Law's gonna be playing. Which doesn't have a great name, by the way.
Cannot fucking wait for that.
That's going to be good. I tried to get on that show, but I don't think it works. We're not really a death metal band.
Yeah, not so much.
Could be.
Never know.
Never know.
For one night.
Uh,
Maybe try to be one night.
Yeah. Henny, do you have a favorite?
Man, I don't know. Like,
You
honestly,
like to
like,
stretch your stuff at? Just say the Holy City Hullabaloo. We'll give you a pass. Does that work for you?
actually, no. I'll say this. My favorite thing we've ever done, and like I've only been here for less than a year, obviously.
Right.
My favorite thing we've ever done was down at Rita's. It was so much of like
Henny hitting you with some knowledge.
But I'm saying like that was so much fun, and it was so much to see. It was so much fun to see other groups and see how they fucking ran the roost.
Yeah.
And like, and us to play in, and like I was happy. Like you and me, Will and I were like kind of like being sound guys, like impromptu type shit. And I loved it. I loved it to death. And like
So you got to be really involved. That's really cool.
fun.
it was fun. It was fun as hell. It was fun.
You weren't there, were you?
You
At
were.
Rita's?
Yeah.
I think you were.
I don't
there.
think I
Like a
was.
punk. It was Punk Fest.
Well,
I
it was
wasn't
like
there. I was
the Ramones.
We had,
Yeah.
what,
Yeah,
like
I wasn't
12
there.
bands or
12 or
something
14
like that?
bands.
I wanted to go,
throughout
but
the
that
day.
was when I was still working in a restaurant, and I
Really
couldn't do
had to play
anything.
like-
with my
Oh,
life.
no, you're like.
So that's why I quit, so I could do this. I quit restaurants so I could do
I gotta
this.
say, like, as a kind of another honorable mention, the Art Bar in Columbia in the
Yeah.
Vista.
Always
That
had
place
fun.
is killer
Always
too.
had fun.
That
at
place
Art
is
Bar.
killer too.
So much fun, man.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to get again one more question for the Charleston music scene. Who is your favorite band down here, the Charleston music scene? You're not going to hurt anyone's
Ooh.
feeling. Well, we know Will's.
I know mine. I know mine.
Brett?
Mine is Modern Fires.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good. I like
They're
Modern
killer.
Fires. Like I'm kind of a whore for like that whole like Thursday style rock back from like a decade ago.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And you're just a whore in general.
Quarters.
Yeah.
You have to.
Come on. But Modern Fires. We saw them actually at the punk show at Rita's.
They did a great job.
in July.
Yeah.
They actually
Or
did a killer job.
June or July,
June or July.
and I was just like I was completely blown away. Like my second place would be probably Madam Adam.
Yeah.
Madam Adam is great. They have a
We played at the PBR
good
Fest with
yeah
them.
PBR Fest. They have a really good sound. But Modern Fires, man, like I want to play with them like badly. Like that is so
Modern
far.
Fires.
Yeah, Modern Fires.
Yeah, that's
Hey, yo, check it.
that,
All two people
Their,
are-
their style is so far up my alley. It's not
Nice.
fun.
I gotta
actually
go. I gotta go
playing-
next. Hearts on Fire.
Oh, they're
Hearts on
Music.
Fire. Hearts on Fire.
They introduced us
Can't
to
not
Jim
not like
Matheson
them.
and the Jam Room,
Yeah.
and we are in their debt for that.
For sure.
And great guys.
They're amazing.
All of them. Great musicians.
Yeah.
Great songwriting.
Really fantastic band.
Go next.
It's
sure.
yeah. I mean, I've considered them
You know what
for
I'm
a long
saying.
time, and I'll say it to the whole world now.
Yeah.
But almost
Hearts on
like
Fire. Yeah, they are a killer band. A lot of people cite them
I
as their favorite band down here in
sick.
Charleston.
They felt like
sick.
They're good. Like
they've always felt like a sister band because they've helped us so much. We would be the younger sister in this case, but they,
well-
we patterned a lot of what we've done
Yeah.
after them, except our music. But just
Yeah.
the way to handle. How do you book shows? How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you get in here? How do you
They've been
tremendously
extremely
helpful.
helpful.
Yeah,
Tremendously
nice.
helpful.
Very good.
Since day one.
They hooked us up with the City Paper. Cheers to the City Paper as well for being awesome.
Yeah.
Because they always have.
Henny, do
People
you have
down
a
there.
favorite band down here in Charleston?
I'm gonna let Dave go first.
You're gonna let me go first?
You want to
Yeah.
he wants to go last so we can talk.
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, exactly. Dave?
Because I was told I can't talk.
Two slices. Two slices.
I'd probably say Hearts on Fire too, frankly.
Hearts on Fire, yeah.
I love those guys. Shit, I mean, all of them, really. Josh.
You really do love them. I mean, you gotta love them.
Oh, I do,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, they're one of those bands where no matter the venue or the occasion or anything, You show them, and they're going to put on a great.
They're
show.
gonna fucking deliver.
Regardless,
Yeah, they really are.
And they're marrying off quick, so I gotta,
Yeah, really. You gotta get in there.
like another one down.
Dang.
Andy, what would be your?
I mean, I love Alert the Media. I love.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, they're good. Yeah,
I owe
every
Billy
time.
because he got me this house. So thank you for selling me your house and dropping your responsibility
No,
on me.
I like Alert the Media. I like but honestly, like 100%. Like
Energy.
I love us.
Energy.
Like no, I like
Let
Silent
the man
Twin.
talk.
Like
Sorry.
the thing is, like it just meaning like it's like
I love energy.
it's
Take a lot of
weird.
defense.
It's a weird thing. Like we all have like a weird like we fight. Like I throw shoes at people.
He's throwing shoes.
and
Literally.
it's a strange like yeah,
Like
it's like that. It really is like that. And like it's a strange like relationship. But the thing is like there's no one else that I'd rather go into battle with than these other gentlemen beside me.
Very nice, very nice.
Pull your dick.
No, hold on, my dick out. What do your dick look like?
Well, guys,
need
we're gonna
quarters.
start to wrap it up here. I'm gonna get to something what I like to call the rapid fire reel, where I give you guys a topic, and first thing off the top of your head.
Oh Lord.
God, Henny. First thing off the top of your head.
Let him go.
It's gonna be quick and fast. First thing that comes pops your head when I say whatever topic it may be. Now, Dave, when I start with you, once I get to these guys, they'll know the topic. But once I start with other people, it'll be a surprise for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so Dave,
Can we get like a mulligan round?
no, there's no mulligan. Dave, I'm gonna start with you.
Not a thing. Get out of my house.
And the first topic I'll give you is Dave Mustaine as an influence to music. Was he important, or was he just a crybaby from Metallica?
As much as I like the description, "Crybaby" from Metallica, I mean, he definitely had a large influence. It's
I love
undeniable.
Dave Mustaine.
I mean, whether or not you like him,
Yeah.
you know his name. I don't even like metal that much. No offense. I know Dave Mustaine.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah,
He's
exactly.
made a
Oh, for
real
sure,
name
for
for
sure,
himself at this point.
One of the greatest metal guitarists, you could say.
I could say that.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm down. Sure.
Kenny?
Yeah.
I like Dave Mustaine for like if you're talking about terms of technique, like I like the fact that like he would always he would use like his index and ring,
Yeah.
and then use his middle and pinky like
Yeah.
to try and like facilitate faster power chord
Yeah.
changes. But also the dude fell asleep on his arm. The dude fell asleep on his arm.
He did.
And
why
it
he has
really messed the
arm
game up.
trouble.
Like it's like
I think that's bullshit. I think it was from heroin.
oh please, like no, that's
I've been
no.
reading his biography.
Everyone don't do that to you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. First, Megadeth is better than Metallica.
We just won. We just won.
And
That's a dog talk.
And I also read his biography. It's excellent.
Isn't it awesome?
And it's
Roasted is like that.
the guy, I believe, he probably fell asleep on his arm. Probably
He fell asleep on his arm.
from drugs, because I read this. He tried, I believe it was heroin and crack on the same day.
He did because.
But that's like one way and then the other, and then you just come to the mid. Anyway, hey, but it's been a really good time. I've had a nice time on the show. I've really had a nice time.
So you think that he's done something for music, done something for heavy metal?
Oh, absolutely. I think that Dave Mustaine did a lot for metal in that he was an incredible musician.
Yeah.
But he always hired and fired some of the best.
He did.
And he
Oh,
made
for
sure
sure.
that he had,
Menza all day.
Menza, rest in peace. Marty Friedman. Come back from Japan,
Why?
please.
Please,
Yeah. And all the other guys, especially Chris Poland.
He just was
Love
so.
Chris
He
Poland.
was just an ugly,
That's the
like
jazziest.
bandleader.
That's the jazziest
Yeah.
metal guitar player.
We were just listening to that record. We were listening to Countdown to Extinction today.
No way.
But
when you
that's-
guys were coming in.
That's Marty Friedman. That's Marty Friedman.
Marty
We
Friedman.
messed up.
Also,
We cut you, Rich.
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia is a great album.
Ah, come on.
Rhett?
Two things. I think that I Disappear is one of my favorite Metallica songs.
Oh, brother.
I know. It's horrible, isn't it?
Okay.
Also,
Stop.
Saint Anger?
I don't-
Stop. You
I was
already
just going to
did it.
say, do you like Saint Anger?
No, yeah. Rat, stop.
I don't-
You about to get hurt.
I don't know who this person is, so I'm gonna just say Lars Ulrich is an okay drummer from Metallica.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I literally don't know who this person is.
You know who Dave Mustaine is for Megadeth?
Lead singer.
Me singer, guitar.
How you want it?
That's all right. That's all right. No one needs
I
to know
really
who,
don't.
who Dave Mustaine is. Well, now I love Dave Mustaine.
Actually.
But if you don't,
Dave
if you-
Mustaine, you've been talking about enough.
all right, then I'll start with you on this one then.
Oh Lord.
I'm
Sweet
going to
Jesus.
have to now. Zach Wilde or Randy Rhoads and Ozzy?
Ooh.
We really
Wait,
gotta go.
wait, wait.
More like Zach
It's
Miles.
more like Zach Miles.
I've never heard that.
He knows his way around 5 strings.
Okay. Alright.
Oh,
So Zach Wilde or Randy Rhoads? You say Randy?
No, Zach Miles.
Zach Wilde?
For sure.
Yeah,
like
Will?
for sure.
That's really hard for me
Difficult.
You want me to come back to you?
because I want to wait. I want to wait. I want to
you've
wait
been real good.
all of Zach Wilde's contributions to music outside of that.
Yeah.
But with Ozzy,
You know what the answer is.
Yeah.
J.K. Lee.
J.K. Lee?
Oh my God!
I guess.
Come on!
I think that was an option.
That wasn't. Thank you.
Ozzy, you need to give J.K. Lee his money. You owe him money. You owe him
he
lunch.
does.
That actually is true. Like Ozzy, you really should pay up. Pay up.
Henny? What do you think?
Rose.
All right.
Definitely Rose.
Rose is so like fucking wild. Like, but are you serious? It's like there wouldn't
No Rest for the Wicked's a great album.
would have never been.
Wait,
I'm not
Crazy
sure.
Train, right?
I'm not sure.
You did fucking Crazy Train.
no.
He only knows
This
it's
has been a great show. I had a nice time.
Case closed.
And like, no, but straight up, like there wouldn't have been a Zach Wilde had there not been a
That's
Randy
true.
Rhoads.
That's a good point.
And on top of that, which you know how I feel about this motherfucker right now, there wouldn't have been a Randy Rhoads if there hadn't been an Eddie Van Halen.
Okay, alright.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And you know how I feel about Eddie. You know how I feel.
I'm a Van Halen fan too, and I'm a Van Halen fan, not a Van Hagar fan.
Well-
I can't do Sammy Hagar.
I like Hagar.
I don't know. Eddie could just play. I don't know
Just
why.
if you put 'em
I don't know why.
You put them both on the thing. It's sort of like Halen.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't mind Hagar and Halen per se. I love 5150, great album.
That's a bomb.
I hate Chickenfoot and I hate Sammy Hagar's
Oh,
stuff.
well, yeah,
He couldn't drive 55 if someone paid him to. I can't. I'm stressing that I can't take record. I can't. I'm pretty sure that was Billy. I'm pretty sure that was Billy from Alert the Media that said that right here on this show. Actually, I think he said that.
Really?
Either way, I'm
Makes
gonna get
sense.
to my last. I'm gonna get to my last question for Rapid Fire Real. Okay. And I don't know who to start with here. I guess I'll start with Henny since
No, we learned that last week. Never start with Henny.
Never start with
Don't
Henny.
start with Henny because God knows no one can finish with him, right? So let's get to.
No, shrimp. No.
All right, let's get to. All right, I'll start with Will. I'll start with
ready.
Will on this one. You ready? You ready? I'm sorry. We're gonna start with Will on this one, man.
It's like a sex joke.
Sorry. I can't. Most influential Metallica album.
Wait, that's the question.
Wait,
Oh.
on me or on the world at large?
World at large.
Oh shit.
Ask me a different question.
Okay, well, I just want to say on me, Master of Puppets, and it's hard for me not to say that because I think it is a much superior record.
It's a good
But
one.
as far as on the world at large, Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
I mean, was
Master
anybody
of
really
Puppets is good,
was there a thrash record before that?
Before Kill 'Em All.
Before-
Exodus.
Yeah,
Body by Blood.
Actually, no, I think you're right.
Body by Blood came out before.
I
Kill 'Em
I
All.
could be wrong.
Because
Maybe I'm wrong.
Metallica got Kirk Hammett from Testament after they kicked.
After they kicked,
Stay
but
down.
wasn't Gary Holt still with Exodus at that time? Because
Exodus, not Testament.
Yeah, Exodus was. Yeah, so I think.
But like, Kill 'Em All still is.
Oh, Kill 'Em All is great.
Gary Holt he is Testament. I mean, Exodus.
He is
Sorry.
Exodus. Yeah. Well, now he's a quarter Slayer, which I can think of no one else better to replace Hanneman than Gary Holt. I love Gary Holt.
Yeah,
He is
rest
the
in
king
peace.
slayer.
Yeah. All right, I'll ask you a different question, Sarah. Most influential.
You gotta ask all of us.
Most influential Zeppelin album.
Oh wow. Ooh, you're gonna do
Your
it.
mind goes to 4, but I have a different answer.
Gonna have to ask me a different question.
You have to ask me a different question too.
Oh, for me or
For the world.
most influential Zeppelin album? Damn, dude.
Oh no, man.
Um,
Shit.
Honestly, it's between Zeppelin 2 and Houses of the Holy.
House of Holy's a good answer. I was thinking 2. Yeah, but House of the Holy, that's a good answer.
Like 1, they ripped off blues albums. 3
Sure.
was all acoustic.
But what was all?
4 is 4. 2 is like, what are you doing? Like
Yeah.
this is fucking
4 is
weird.
4.
Like
4 is 4.
House
Four
of
is fucking
but House-
4. Like, I'm
but
sorry, like, 4 is 4.
They reached like
Wait,
they
hold on.
figured out they like
paper.
House of the Holy. They kind of figured out.
While I'm here.
Like they were completely dialed in. By
Yeah, I
House of the
agree with
Holy.
that,
So
yeah.
like, people could absolutely say like 4. Of course, 4 is like the populist vote. Like I get it, but like House of the Holy.
It's
was,
not
like,
even
it's
about the Stairway to Heaven. It's everything else. I'm
right.
like,
Exactly.
God,
And
the
that's-
second
Oh,
album.
going to
that's-
California. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
dude.
when the
Aside
levee
from the
breaks,
levee
like,
breaks, going to California.
like all
Fantastic.
everything on that
Yeah.
album is like
So
stupid good.
I mean, it's either 2. I'm gonna say 2.
2?
Two's dope.
Okay.
I'm
As
just
far as
not
influence on
I'm
the
not
world.
gonna knock you on 2.
Yeah.
Because people had heard variations of 1 before 1 came out.
Sure.
So when Led
But they
Zeppelin,
had fun on 2. That's the thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can tell
Yeah,
they had
two-
more fun on
2
2.
was different.
Thank You,
Yeah.
Lemon Song.
Yeah.
Like just dumping
yeah,
it in,
yeah,
dumping
exactly.
it in, dumping
Hey,
it in.
I'll ask you a different question. All right, I'll be fair.
No, are you sure you don't want to ask Dave first? No, it's gotta be Dave.
Well, I gotta go on. Who's a better front man, Mick Jagger or Roger Daltrey from the Who?
Ooh,
Whoa. Fuck you!
that's a great question. Actually, that's a really
Mick, a million
Mick?
times over.
Mick?
Yeah.
Are you
Better than
serious?
Roger Daltrey?
I know. Are you serious?
I'm completely serious.
Mick was like the white James Brown.
best
Yeah,
Jagger.
Mick was the white James Brown.
Yeah.
Like literally.
I can agree with that. I've never
Like Mick, million miles over Daltrey. Like, are you serious? Like, I can swing a mic. Like, cool, man. Like,
But I
that's-
think he
but-
had a better voice than Jagger.
I don't think that mattered. That
I
was
guess,
the thing.
yeah.
I think with each band, like, I would say that like Mick like dialed it in like
As far as the front
hardcore.
band goes,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Like,
hard.
like,
Yeah,
like
say Mick
goes
Roger,
pretty hard,
like,
yeah.
they had to have. I don't know. I just feel like
Do you want that question, or you want me to ask you another
I'm
one
fine
for
with that
fairness?
question,
Okay,
actually. It's a
yeah.
good question.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got a fucking
No,
million.
I'd love to hear this
I
one.
got a fucking million of them.
Excuse
You know,
me.
they got.
The Who.
I can see the argument for a better frontman
Are you gonna?
going to
what are you
Mick
gonna
Jagger because of stage presence and just personality.
Yeah.
say? But you like the Who
and-
more
and
than?
to be fair, Roger Daltrey, while he didn't really write much,
No,
he sang.
Pete wrote everything.
It was.
Yeah.
I think Roger may have written like 2 songs on what was the album where they all wrote a little bit.
Quadrophenia.
No.
Who's next?
No, not Who's
No,
Next.
no,
the
not
Who
Who's
Sell
Next.
Out maybe.
The
Oh, Who Sell Out? Yeah.
Boris the Spider and shit.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
Boris the
Yeah,
Spider.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
John
yeah,
Entwistle.
Yeah, awesome song.
I
Really
love
good.
John Entwistle.
I'm not mad at
Dude,
Who.
and Whistle. And
But-
Whistle.
Yeah, it's great.
Ooh.
Singing wise,
Giant bass.
Dude.
like Mick Jagger, like Love Rain or Me, Mick Jagger can sing that song.
Yeah,
It'd suck if he did.
Yeah.
Like, he's great at what he did. Like, Roger Daltrey had pipes.
yeah, I agree.
He had pipes. He
Yeah,
could
but being a
he-
front
he-
man and being a singer are two different things. So that, I think
True.
to the question,
True.
Mick Jagger's got that hands down.
That's why I
Sorry, I
made
know
that
I wasn't asked the question,
Yeah.
but
So do you think
get two
you think like songs like because you hear the Who's '80s stuff like You Better You Bet and Don't Let Go of the
Oh,
Code.
yeah.
That is terrific.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just
They,
terrific.
they got
yeah.
real good.
Yeah.
They got lucky.
But, you
the
know,
Stones had already been around and like had like
that's the
literally
thing, like-
worn the shoes out. They had
Right,
worn
right,
the
right,
shoes
right.
out.
Roger is lucky because his voice. If you listen to his
I'm not saying he can't sing.
What I'm saying, his voice changed over the years. He went from being high to being kind of scrappy. And a lot of people talk about he just smoked too many cigarettes. But well, guys, my
That's
final
like a
maybe.
my final question before I jump off here: where do you guys see Silent Twin in 5 years?
We're hitting up Europe, I think.
I asked that question to Soda City, right? And Billy Ray was like, "Psh, not together."
I was about to say.
I was rolling. Anyway, 5 years. Where do you guys would see Silent Twin?
Europe. We're playing Wembley.
I was.
Hey man, I'd be fucking ready.
88,000. Oh, are you kidding me? Gold Rush in Wembley? Fuck off. That's one of the best things you've ever heard. Come
Well,
on.
hey, honestly, I want to get us signed to Merge Records. Merge Records.
Merge
Looking at
Records.
you. Looking at you.
Looking at you.
Merge.
We have
like
they're-
a
Super
grab.
all of
This
them.
feels
Yeah,
like a
Super
grab.
Chunk, Bob Mould,
feels like a
all of
grab.
the artists. A lot of the artists that they have.
Nice.
Arcade Fire, of course. For
Yeah.
I know for me and Dave, and I'm sure for these.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
These jabronis too.
Come
But
on.
and B
Come on.
opening up on tour for the Marshall Tucker Band.
Oh, Christ.
That'd be something
Are you
fun.
fucking serious? I want to hit you hard.
Marshall Zuckerberg.
Where am I
He's got to shoot.
Oh, you guys aren't going to point with me this time?
Well, guys, this has been a real treat. Do not forget, please do not forget to check out Silent Twin coming up this Tuesday at the Royal American. They're playing most of their new EP. Their new EP will be out when? December 1st. December 1st, guys.
December 1st.
What a terrific Christmas present. This has been a hell of an interview. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I'm PJ Serum from Metal for Metal. I've been, of course, Silent Twin. Thank you guys so much for joining us. You got one more thing to say before we sign off here?
What's that?
Thank you.
I'm quitting in a week.
Sounds like a plan, and we will see you guys at the Royal
know
American
what that
this
means.
Tuesday. Thank you guys.